Alright, December 27th, 35 a.m. Court is now back in session after recess. I had a lovely time playing Catch the Flag. It's like Capture the Flag, but worse. Witness, please testify to the court about everything you saw in life on the night of December 24th. Right. Leave it to me.
Please, Larry, don't mess this one up. I hate to admit it, but you're our last chance. We're doomed.
It all began when I woke up this morning.
But Karma didn't even have time to prep his witness. I just hope Edgeworth is right about this being our big break. We just had a break. We had recess.
Exactly.
The night of the murder.
That night, I was out in a boat on the lake. I was looking for something, and I found it. So I quietly slid the boat back at the rental shop dock. Then, just as I was thinking about going home, I heard a bang. I looked out over the lake, but I didn't notice the boat. So after I heard that single gunshot, I went home. That's what I do. That was an unusually vague testimony, even for this court.
Oh, you think it's bad now? Wait till later in this case.
Yeah, exactly. In any case, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination.
You got it, Your Honor.
What's wrong, Nick?
It's Larry. I have no idea what he's going to say if I press him. I'm a little scared.
Well, we've come this far. There's no way to go forward, Nick. There's no way to go but forward.
We could go square ways or front ways.
There's always diagonal, too.
Yeah. Alright, so the first thing we're going to have to do is go to the sixth statement, which is, so after I heard the single gunshot, I went home.
Press.
No, we will actually present. What? Once again, this is showing our lack of not remembering things, but if you scroll over to the second page of evidence, you can actually present Lotta's disposition, because she mentioned that she heard 2 gunshots and not 1.
Oh.
And also the caretaker also testified that he heard 2 gunshots. Wait a sec, Larry.
What?
You only heard 1 bang? You're sure?
That's what I said. I
was like, did you just cut out?
Or? Your line.
But Miss Lotta Hart testified yesterday that she heard 2 bangs. And the old man just now said the same thing. They both heard 2 gunshots that night.
Uh-huh.
Were you even listening? Were you paying attention at all to what they said?
Yo, Nick, please.
Sub, huh?
You know, something's been bothering me. I'm a witness, see? I'm like a customer here.
And the customer's always right?
So you gotta treat me nice and stuff, okay?
Yeah, that too.
Mr. Butts. What? You only heard 1 gunshot, are you sure? Well, to tell you the truth, I'm not sure.
Not sure? How could you be not sure?
Yeah, well, I might have missed the other gunshot. I was, listening to something else.
Something else?
My radio, dude, on my headphones!
What?
Ow. Order! And stop that booing! Von Karma? Sorry? Mr. Butts, you were listening to a radio on earphones. What's a radio? Yeah, so what? Is that a crime? I listen to my radio. Everybody listens to radio. What's the big deal? I don't have a radio. Mr. Von Karma, your opinion? Waste of time? I do not accept this witness nor his shoddy testimony. Well, Mr. Wright, should he continue the testimony?
Might as well.
Why not?
Your Honor, please allow the witness to continue his testimony.
Bah, humbug! Nothing's more pitiful than a lawyer who doesn't know when he's lost. Very well, Mr. Butts. Please continue your testimony and be sure to include details like your radio.
In all caps.
Right. Leave it to me. Blah.
I wouldn't if there were any other way out of this, believe me.
Neither would we, ladies and gentlemen. Neither would we.
What Larry heard.
It's lonely being alone on Christmas Eve. It's like the beginning to some cheesy Christmas movie.
It really is.
Like that the opening line there. Someone like animate one of us just saying that.
You just picture him walking home, like trudging through the snow late at night.
It's lonely to be alone on Christmas Eve. Thank you, Larry Butts. 2016. That's why I was listening to an all-request show on the radio. See, they didn't have any listeners. I was alone. I was listening to it like real booming loud like, but I'm sure I heard that gunshot. I remember exactly what the DJ was saying when I heard it too.
Was it Vinyl Scratch?
Yes.
I hope.
You were listening to your radio at a high volume. Yeah, what's the big problem? I got ear problems, yo.
Larry, that's gonna mess up your hearing even more.
Can't a man listen to his radio in peace? Isn't this a free country? We're in Japan, so no.
I truly believe Larry has no idea what the problem here is.
Also,
can we point out that if the voice actor for Vinyl, if the voice actor for Vinyl in all the YouTube stuff actually did a radio station, we would totally listen to it.
Probably would.
Also, that's still your text.
Oh, yeah. Can you believe a word this witness says? What he heard was probably nothing more than a drumbeat from the radio. True enough, it is difficult to believe this testimony.
I forgot how wishy-washy the judge was.
Yeah, I forgot how
Wait, Your Honor! The witness said he remembers exactly what the DJ said when he heard the gunshot.
This is true? Excuse me! Sorry. DJ!
An announcer, the guy who says things on the radio. Anyway, what this means is, when he heard the sound, no music was playing. The DJ only talks between songs, so he could have heard the gunshot from the lake. I'd like to cross-examine the witness, Your Honor.
Very well. Hold on, just let me write this down. I figure the judge has like a little notebook of new things he's learning every day.
I feel also like people could just make things up. Like, that could be completely false. Phoenix could just say it, and he would accept it at face value.
Yeah, exactly. Very well, Mr. Wright. Writing this down, DJ.
Can't believe I'm continuing with this charade. Yeah, I'm more of a Keelik man myself, not a big charade player, so...
I like backgammon.
Yeah, backgammon's pretty good. What Larry heard, again.
It's lonely being alone on Christmas Eve.
We already did this. Alright, so... we need to press him on the fifth statement, which is, I remember exactly what the DJ was saying when I heard it. There we go, and press that. What did he say? Or she?
Objection! Mr. Wright, please cease these pointless questions! What possible good could you knowing what the DJ radio said to us? Indeed, Mr. Von Karma has a point. That was very bad spacing. I'll allow the question only if you see some reason why we should care.
Normally I'd say, I don't care, but we should care.
Yeah,
unfortunately.
Caring.
We should care, Your Honor. Of course we should.
Why?
Well, how do you know if we don't ask, huh?
Fine, very well, but Mr. Butts, please testify to the court what the radio DJ said when you heard the gunshot.
Somebody should name their kid that, like DEEJAY.
I'm sure that's happened.
That would be beautiful.
So what do we do now?
We get this new statement that says oh, it is a female. Just when she said, "Hey, it's almost Christmas. I heard the gunshot." So you can present one of two things here: either the lake photo or Lotta's description. Either one. I'm gonna go with Lotta's. Well, I guess it's deposition, but this thing says description. Oh well.
It's deposition.
No, I mean like on the walkthrough it says description.
Oh, okay.
Oh well. Larry, are you absolutely sure what you're saying is correct?
What's with the face? You look scary, dude.
He always looks like that.
Hey, if you're trying to scare me, you better know that I don't scare easy. There's something the matter, Mr. Wright? Ah! Oh, sorry, dude.
Your Honor, Did you hear what the witness just said? He's crying now. The DJ said, hey, it's almost Christmas when he heard the gunshot.
Indeed, and?
Almost Christmas means it wasn't Christmas. So do you realize what this means? When he heard the gunshot, it was still Christmas Eve.
That would seem to be the case, yes!
But that contradicts the two testimonies we've heard so far, Your Honor. Both Miss Hart and the old man said that it was after midnight when they heard the shots. In other words, when they heard the gunshots, it was already Christmas. In America. This is a clear contradiction, Your Honor.
Order! Order!
I'll have a large tater tot and...
You had that option at recess. What does this mean, though? The two prior witnesses heard gunshots after midnight. However, this witness says he heard a gunshot before midnight. Judge, the answer is simple. The current witness is plainly mistaken. Just look at him. Suspicious. What? He is wearing orange. Mr. Wright, what do you think? What? Wow. I can't rearrange that sentence anymore. Oh well.
So, as much as it pains me to click it, we're gonna go with Larry's right. Larry's not mistaken, Your Honor. He heard the gunshot before midnight.
Intriguing! I'm assuming you have evidence for this wild claim. Show me evidence that it was a gunshot before midnight.
Alright, so we have to present, this time we actually have to present it, the lake photo. Which is actually zoomed in case you don't remember, so it's got the picture of the two guys with one holding the gun.
Yeah, I can see that.
Alright.
I have a favorite saying. I like to share it with the court. Roses are red. Oh wait, that's the wrong one. Youth and stupidity go hand in hand.
He looks like he could be old enough to actually have made roses are red, violets are blue.
Yeah, probably. Get rid of both and I'll allow you to show me this rubbish you call evidence.
Wait, the guy lied to me? I guess I picked the wrong evidence to show him.
I guess you have, yeah. Very well, try again. Show us your evidence. That's the wrong one. I thought that was it.
I thought it was it too.
Is it the lake photo? Wait.
Oh, it's the second lake photo. That's really dumb.
Wow.
Shows an empty lake taken automatically on 12/24 at 11:50 p.m. because it goes off whenever there's sound.
Oh.
Okay, I can actually forgive that oversight, but that's still kind of stupid.
Okay.
Like Nickelback says, look at this photograph. This was taken yesterday by our witness, Miss Lotta Hart, with her automatic camera. The timestamp on this photo reads December 24th, 11:50 p.m.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
What's a camera? Well, but there's nothing on the lake in this picture.
Your Honor, the real issue here is not why nothing is shown in this photograph. It is why this photograph exists at all.
What do you mean?
Your Honor, this photograph was taken by an automatic camera.
Okay.
That camera was set to go off in response to loud noises.
Aha!
Oh-ho! Correct. There was a loud noise on the lake at 11:50 p.m. That is why this photograph was taken. In other words, when Larry had that gunshot, it was most definitely Christmas Eve.
Indeed, it would seem that is the case. Then, where does that leave us? Miss Hart testified that she heard the gunshots after midnight. Are you claiming she is mistaken?
Not at all, Your Honor. It is the fact that this camera also triggered at 15 minutes after midnight. Your Honor, that night there was 2 sets of gunshots with a 25-minute pause between them.
Slam! Burger. Why would this be? Objection! Don't be fooled, Judge! That camera was set to respond to loud noises. Yes? There is no proof that the loud noise at 11:50 was a gunshot. Why would the witness have sneezed and triggering the camera?
Which, if you'll remember, Maya actually did do that.
Yeah. Hey, my nose was clear that night, man. Clear. Oh wait, that's the wrong voice. Well, Mr. Wright, there's no turning back now. Can you prove that the loud noise at 11:50 was indeed a gunshot? Please show the court evidence if you have any.
Well, the most obvious choice would be to go to the pistol that says... Oh, well, is it actually the pistol? Yes, it is. I was expecting it to actually say in the description, but yes, the pistol is your answer, because since it's got the ballistic markings, it can tell you when it was fired. I'm assuming that's what it is.
No.
This is my evidence.
The murder weapon.
Something about this pistol was bothering me, Your Honor. Both of the witnesses who testified yesterday heard 2 gunshots. However, the murder weapon was fired 3 times. When then was the last shot fired? Only now have I realized the truth. That 3rd shot was the shot Larry heard just before midnight.
Order! Order! That would make sense of the evidence we've seen so far. However, this leaves me wondering exactly what did happen that night on the lake. With everyone. Exactly! If this is true, there were 2 sets of gunshots separated by 25 minutes. One at 11:50, another at 15 minutes after midnight. Why, I ask you, why?
Uh-oh, I'd better think of something quick. Wait a second. Gunshots separated by 25 minutes? Ah!
What's wrong, Nick? Did you stub your toe? I did that once.
I have. Yeah, stubbing your toe is not fun.
Huh?
Remember that case with the Steel Samurai? Oh, yeah, we do.
Yeah, of course I do. It's horrifying. I'm scared.
The murderer in that case had the same idea as the murderer in this case.
What do you mean?
Maya.
The developers are backtracking. Yes, that is
Hi.
my name.
If we don't figure this out now, we'll never overturn Edgeworth's guilty verdict. I've got a hunch, and I'm going to run with it. We've gone on worse.
I mean, is this safe? I could stub my toe.
Safe? We've already gotten a guilty verdict. We have nothing to lose. You just watch and let me know if I say anything that sounds fishy, okay?
I like fish. Okay.
Fish. Now I want seafood. Thanks a lot, Phoenix. Your Honor.
Yes, Mr. Wright.
The testimony just now has cleared up this entire case.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
What do you mean, Mr. Wright? Tiska, Tiska, Tiska. So you finally realized the truth? There can be no other murderer than Mr. Miles Edgeworth himself.
Lord Voldemort? Wrong,
Yes.
Von Karma. A man was shot that night, but it was an Edgeworth who did the shooting.
Listen, rookie. Take a deep breath and consider the facts. At the time of the murder, 1 boat was on that lake. This was shown by the witness's photograph. The defendant, Edgeworth, and the victim, Robert Hammond, were on that boat. Slapoosh. There was a gunshot fired on that boat and Robert Hammond fell into the lake. The distance of the shooting was 1 meter. It couldn't have been suicide. Well, the guilty party has to be the other man on that boat. I admit it is hard to imagine any other possibility.
Yes. But this assumes that the victim was shot at 15 minutes after midnight.
What do you mean by that, Mr. Wright?
It's a good question, because now I'm confused.
We have a photographic evidence of the time of the shooting. The timestamp on the photo says 15.
But Larry heard a gunshot 25 minutes before that. Robert Hammond was killed then, 25 minutes before the shot on the lake. That's the only way that Edgeworth could be innocent.
Mr. Wright, are you quite mad? Explain, who is sitting on the boat?
So who's actually sitting on the boat is option number 2, Edgeworth and the murderer.
They gasp.
Of course, it was Edgeworth and the murderer. After the murder killed Robert Hammond at 11:50, he assumed the guise of Mr. Hammond and met Edgeworth.
What? Are you serious?
Yes, Edgeworth won't tell us why he went to the lake that night. However, I have a hunch. That night, Robert Hammond called Edgeworth to the lake. Now, Edgeworth didn't know Robert Hammond's face that well. That's why he didn't suspect anything when the murderer took Robert Hammond's place.
I'm not sure what to make of all this. I'm confused. Ludicrous! Mr. Wright, tell us the name of the murderer then.
The murderer's name? Wright. It's...
I don't know.
Believe it or not, that actually is the answer. Yes, I don't know. Actually, I don't know the murderer's name.
You don't know? Again, you waste my time!
I don't know because he never told us. The murderer is the caretaker of the boat shop, that old man. At 11:50, he was the one who killed Robert Hammond.
The caretaker of the boat shop? Where did he do this? There weren't any boats on the lake then.
Why would he have to go all the way out on the lake just to shoot someone? May I suggest that's the that the real scene of the crime was not in a boat.
What? Well then, where did the murder take place?
Show the judge where the murder really took place. You want to highlight the boat shop.
Really?
Yes.
I never would have thought.
This is actually pretty smart. Like, if you ever actually want to murder somebody, you should try following this plan. It's actually pretty ingenious. Here, of course, the boat shop where he lives. That way he can meet with the victim without anyone seeing.
Do you have proof that the boat shop was the scene of the crime?
Recall Larry's testimony, if you will.
There's a boat moving around.
It's this guy just hanging around on a boat, just driving around. That night he was out on the lake in a boat, searching for something. He finds it and returns the boat. Then, just as he's starting to head for home, he hears a gunshot. He heard a gunshot, Your Honor, even though he was wearing headphones at the time. In other words, the gunshot was very, very close by. And where would that be if he had just returned a boat?
The boat shop! Good job, Judge.
He actually figured something out.
Mr. Wright, I did it! What happened that night, though? Please tell me I don't know from the beginning.
Yes, Your Honor.
Nick, I'm hungry. And are you sure about this?
Not really, and we'll go get food after.
I like food. Can we get burgers?
Sure, why not?
Okay.
But I think if we start at the very beginning, and I take it slow, I might be able to figure this out.
Okay.
Let's see if we actually get to hear the full story here. Okay. That night, the caretaker of the boat shop called Robert Hammond to his shop.
You didn't have to tell me all this earlier. But told me just now.
That was around 11:50. That was when the gunshot that Larry heard was fired. After that, the caretaker put on Robert Hammond's coat. He became Robert Hammond. Then he got in the boat with Edgeworth and went out to the middle of the lake. That would be your line.
Then, who fired the pistol on the boat, Mr. Wright?
And of course, that would be the boat shop caretaker. Of course, it was the murderer who shot the pistol. He shot twice. Both missed Edgeworth on purpose.
Wait a minute.
Yes?
Why would he shoot twice if he didn't mean to hit anyone? He's not a police officer.
Details.
Know this, Mr. Wright. The moment you run out of explanations is the moment you lose. Tell us why the murderer had to fire twice.
To create a witness. I believe he shot twice to create a witness, Your Honor.
Create a witness? How does one create a witness?
The murderer lifts his pistol and fires one shot. That ensures that anyone who heard the shot would look at the lake. Indeed, Miss Hart did exactly that after hearing the first gunshot. Next, the murderer waits a bit and he fires again. Then...
Sorry, where are we? Then?
The murderer jumps from the boat himself, leaving the pistol in the boat behind him.
I see. To someone looking from the edge of the lake, it would appear that one of the men on the boat had shot the other.
The murderer didn't know about the automatic camera, of course. That's why he shot twice to draw attention to the boat. Once you realize that, everything else falls into place. The boat shop caretaker swam back to his shop, which, considering how old he is, that's pretty impressive.
It is.
Then he put Mr. Hammond's wet coat back on the body, and threw the body into the lake. This is what happened, Your Honor. These are the events that transpired that night on Gourd Lake.
I'm hungry. Let's break for lunch.
Okay.
Bailiff! Bring out the witness from before! The boat shop caretaker, quickly!
That's actually a pretty genius murder plan.
Yeah, it is. Very well. While we are waiting for the caretaker, I would like to ask the defendant Miles Edgeworth a few questions. Mr. Edgeworth, please stand. Now raise your right hand. Now your left. Now your right. Now put your right leg in. Put your left
You're the
leg
right
in.
hand.
Mr. Edgeworth, you heard what the defense has said? Yes. Well, why did you go to the lake that night? What Wright has said was mostly correct. Astonishing so, actually. Yes. Several days ago, I received a letter. The letter was signed Robert Hammond. He asked me to come to the boat shop by the lake at midnight on Christmas Eve. He said he had something very important to discuss with me. Something important? I'm sorry. I can't say what it was. Your Honor, sir. Bailiff! We are conducting a trial here, even though we're technically like on a recess.
Technically we're on recess because we're waiting for this guy.
I ask that you remain quiet. The witness has disappeared. He isn't at the boat shop either.
Wow, you checked really fast to know if he was there or not.
How'd you get there back? What should I do? What should I do? Find him quickly. We cannot allow him to get away. And I think here, on this mystery, we will wrap it up for tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
Aww. We've only got one more investigation and one more trial day, though.
Where's the next save point?
It should be at the end of this in a second.
Oh, okay then, never mind. Mr. Von Kalmer, your witness has disappeared. A search warrant has already been issued, because I knew this would happen. It goes without saying that I cannot declare a verdict under these circumstances, even though I technically already declared one and slammed my gavel. I will extend the trial until tomorrow, the final day allowed. I request that the police department utilize all its forces, and even Billy, to find that witness. Have I understood? Is he like the law in this entire city? One more!
Apparently, and that seems like a very bad idea.
One more thing! Jackie, just who is that boat shop caretaker? I think his identity has become very important to this trial. I want him, and I want to know who he is, and then date him. Very well. Court is adjourned.
If you like it, then you should put a ring on it.
Oh, yeah. December 27th, 1:22 p.m. District Court. 2. Yay, Nick! You did it.
Hi. Yeah. Well, at least we got out of that guilty verdict.
And what about Larry? That was something else. Even Von Karma didn't know what to do with his testimony. Larry really helped us out, but he also didn't help. But I was nervous. I hit my toe again.
Sure, once I sifted through his unique testimony. Still, he did save us. I just wish our cases weren't so down to the wire all the time.
I know what you mean. Sometimes I feel like it's us on trial instead of our clients, and like, I can't walk on wires.
Hey Edgeworth, how's it going? how you doing, buddy? How you doing?
I'm really changing my personality. I don't know why. Mr. Edgeworth.
Hi.
Did you say something? I
Hi.
said Mr. Edgeworth. Don't look so pained. I know
You'll start looking like Mr. Payne instead.
I know that stubbing your toes can hurt, but it looks like you're probably gonna be good. You're not going to jail for killing someone. You can at least try and smile. Smiling is nice and relaxing.
So emo.
Sorry, but I fear it's not over for me yet.
What do you mean?
Right. There's something that's been troubling me for a long time now, and I don't know whether or not to tell you.
Edgeworth?
No, there's so little time left. I want to tell you to get off my chest.
Is he gonna die? No, he's not gonna die.
I have cancer. I can't make up my
I don't know whether I should be offended by that joke or not, since my mom actually has had cancer. What is this about, Edgeworth? Segways!
Switching topics and gears. It's a nightmare before Christmas, you could say, I've had. A memory of a crime that I committed.
A crime you committed?
A memory of a murder.
Dun dun dun!
To be continued. Oh, okay, you're right.
save. I'm going to do the thing where I do save state 1. Save state 1. I'm going to save this at this point as well.
I guess it's a save state.
Hey. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for putting up with us and our ludicrosity. And we will see you in the next part of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Fan.
Which, at the rate we're going, should come out sometime at the end of 2018.
Hopefully. Or beginning of 2018. That'd be a nice change. Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye.